Okay, good morning again, everybody. Welcome to NTI day number 4, day 2 of the Corona Apocalypse. This is our first video, only one I plan. If you've got questions, I'll send you another one. We're going to be talking today specifically about how do we describe and understand sampling distributions of particular parameters. And today we're going to be looking specifically at a sample proportion. In other words, we take a lot of samples and we calculate the proportion like we did with the red poker chips in the bucket. We calculated a sampling distribution of sample proportions. So we're going to choose a simple random sample of size n from a population from size capital N, and P is the number of successes. So P hat is the sample proportion of successes. So if you got 12 red ones out of 20, then your P hat was 12 out of 20 or 6 out of 10.6. Okay, so that's what P hat would be. So we can calculate the mean of a sampling distribution of P hat. The mean of P hat is simply equal to P, the true proportion from the population. The standard deviation, sigma P hat, is equal to the square root of P times 1 minus P over n. Remember, P is the number of successes. 1 minus P, therefore, is the number of failures. N is the sample size. But these two things are true if one condition is met, and it's called the 10% condition, and that is the sample size is less than or equal to 1/10 the size of the population. And again, that's called the 10% condition. So these two things are true. The mean of P hat is equal to the proportion of successes, or the true proportion of the population, and the standard deviation of P hat is equal to the square root of P times 1 minus P over n if the 10% condition is met. And this is something you're going to want to put stars by. Really, really, really important. Okay, so as the as the sample size increases, in other words, as n increases, the sampling distribution of P hat becomes approximately normal if and only if two conditions are met. Those conditions are n times P is greater than 10 and n times 1 minus P is greater than 10. In other words, the total number of successes in the sample is greater than 10, and the total number of failures is greater than 10. I'll stop right here and go ahead and upload this, and then I'll show you a simple example in the next video.